Hey, IDS 302. Welcome to, what is this? Module 3, video 2. Juggling these two classes is pretty interesting. Um, okay, what is it? Tuesday, September 15th, 12:30 p.m. Hey, I'm going to hold up a newspaper like it's a hostage video. Okay, so a couple of housekeeping items. I think if you got the announcement this morning, I moved the discussion board primary sources, pushed it back a day to September 17th, and I pushed the annotated bibliography to the 19th. And is that correct? Correct. Okay. So it looks like it's all set up correctly. Let me get back to my module page here. And what am I doing? Okay, let's talk about a couple things, a little housekeeping. In terms of your papers, it's probably a good idea to have a running head for each page. You know how to do that, right? A running head. Just have your name and then the Tanner step, whatever. You don't need to get into elaborate with dates and class and my name and phone numbers and all that, okay? It just takes up space. Is that what you're trying to do? No. Just do a running head. It does not impede your performance on that work. Um, I noticed in Tanner's book, the textbook, he does not capitalize disciplines always, maybe never, I don't know. Um, that's his prerogative. I want to stay on discipline capitalization because to us they're proper nouns. We're working in a environment where disciplines are a primary ingredient to what we're doing, and therefore I want to elevate them to proper noun status so that I know that you know we capitalize, right? Cool, good. Okay, don't email them any work to me. If there's an issue we got going on, reload it, submit it. You can always resubmit until I score your work. Okay, so keep that in mind if you want to correct anything. Let's see. The discussion boards we had. Let's see, which were becoming an interdisciplinarian. Um, that was good. You used the readings, most everyone, which I wanted. Newell and what's his face, Benson, right? Um, I think you got a lot out of those readings too, the way it looked like, because you're seeing that devil's advocate type of debate going on, where one side's taking, this field is screwed up, another one's saying no, it's not. You're understanding now what the pushback is and what kind of leverage you have to define IDS in your own terms, right? For your own benefit. Okay, so that's important. Note that on the discussion board coming up, primary data collection, I know many of you probably want to stick with your 2 disciplines, 2 concentrations, and that's fine. Some want to do 3. If you want to do more than that, fine too. But I gave an opportunity to get 4 sources for 2 disciplines for that discussion board to gain the max points, okay, and hope that helps you. Now, let's do Easter egg number 1, which I didn't even have in here, right? Oh my God, Michael. All right, let's do, let's come back to that. I can't even think of what to do on that. Okay, let's just say IDS equals integration. You remember that one. All right, I also wanted to talk about a link that I had. I'll include it in the announcement here. It's a link to Inside Higher Ed. You should be able to get into that. There's a couple of issues going on in academia regarding people who are identifying fraudulently. Okay, there was Professor Jessica Krug, who said her last name was pronounced Cruz. She's been going as a Latina for years, had work published. A courageous student called her out on that, and they found out she's just a white lady. Okay. Worked for George Washington University. Basically, she resigned last week. She hasn't responded to requests. She apologized up and down, but that's the old, hey, I got caught. I'm sorry, I got caught. Okay. She's white with Jewish heritage, but claimed various Black and Afro-Latinx identities, insisted that her name was pronounced Cruz, and it's Krug. All right, told a fictitious story. Our grandparents came in the country. Okay, she was basically, co-opting identity. We've seen this before a couple of years ago too with what's her name. You don't have to do that. We're talking about ethics. So she's published work, and here's a interesting final paragraph. What to do with Krug's scholarship, which, as it happens, has been widely praised and recognized as important. Okay. But many scholar and scholar activists have continued to push for a focus not just on content of scholarship, but also on context, methods, ethics, and politics, often promoting decolonial approaches. This is very important in modern academia, okay, in my opinion, as well as in other academics who, as we move the bar farther towards the truth as it stands to certain peoples that have been misrepresented or ignored for decades, if not centuries. It's important to have that ethical standing in there, okay, about context, methods. All right. Some of you, we talked about ethnography and things in research, and researchers have to be honest with themselves and how are they seeing it, through what lens, okay? Do I see something, a lens as a 62-year-old white guy, who it's much different than even a 30-year-old white guy, and et cetera, et cetera. Life experience is different, and what we present for academic scholarship is got to be judged based on a lot of different criteria, okay? So I just wanted to show you that. It's not always bad news, not always good news, just news, right? So, okay, the new events and discussion, I went way off my order here. Talked about the disciplines. Okay, don't use the textbook as a source. Don't use it. It's a great source to learn integration, IDS equals integration, but it's not a source for your work. A couple reasons, okay? It's talking about our process here that we're doing. It's not specifically related to any disciplines you have, okay? And you don't have to source your process, really. It also is, I'll be honest, it shows a lack of academic rigor, okay? Means it shows a lack of work. It's an easy out. Hey, I got the textbook right here. Let me see what that's got to say. Bam, I got a source. Not no more, you don't, okay? Research has to demonstrate academic rigor, okay? And I have expectations at the appropriate level. I'm not asking you to do, you look at some of the bottoms of these papers and some of the lists are humongous. You don't have to do that, okay? But you do have to show academic rigor, all right? In fact, Easter egg number 2 is academic rigor. How about that, okay? So now, in your papers, you're going to do step 3 is an annotated bibliography, okay? Now, why is this thing still, is this thing on? I thought I turned it off. You have to watch that video on an annotated bibliography. It has to be formatted correctly. Obviously, it doesn't have a works cited reference list because the whole thing is a reference list. It's an annotated bibliography. It's a bibliography in which you're doing specific goals to reach in each source. Look at the instructions, look at the video, look at the sample, and then do it that way, okay? This is where your discipline can shine. Discipline in formatting, discipline in how you do academic rigor, and your disciplines. It can shine. If you're doing 2 disciplines, I want to see a heading for one discipline, all your sources, heading for another discipline, all your sources, and so on. That is your step 3 with a running head, okay? It's fun because now you're going to look at research that came before you about your topic. See what the experts are saying. Go at it with an open mind. Look for something that challenges your hypothesis, whatever. That's fine, okay? So how do you find primary sources, peer-reviewed sources? You go to the ASU library website. So from your My ASU page, on these bubble blurbs up on top, I got ASU library. Click on it. There's called the one search, and let's see what they have on Black Lives Matter. What the heck? Let's try that one. Okay, I'm going to search, and then whatever comes up on the right side margin, it says filter my results. You click on full text online, peer-reviewed journals, and hit apply filters. Now what we're going to find here is, don't use videos, try not to. Okay, library guide, Black Lives Matter by a Tanner. Oh, that's going to throw me off. That's a Renee Tanner. The Making of Black Lives Matter, A Brief History of an Idea from Oxford, England. Black Lives Matter. There's a number of articles here. These are, remember, these should be just mainly journals. You can go away from journals and you can click on, let's see what comes up. I want to refilter this in terms of dissertations. Dissertations are peer-reviewed, believe it or not. Let's see here. So here are some, oh, Arizona State University. Here are some dissertations. Very interesting. These should be peer-reviewed. If they're dissertations that have been published now, they're peer-reviewed, okay? That's a good thing too. So dig it up. Again, that's a very new topic too. I think we could do the same maybe with CBD. I'm just typing in CBD. See what happens. I know it's initials. Yeah, it's in there, but I'm sure it'd be better to search cannabidiol. Right. All right, I'm going to get off this topic. I think you know what I'm talking about. So if you have any specific questions, let me know, because there are thousands of sources about your topic. I can almost guarantee it. Black Lives Matter is the newest topic, and there should be a lot in there. Even going as far back as when, you know, Ferguson, whatever. Not to me, that's a blink of an eye. To you, it might be fourth of your life, but there's a lot there. If you're really struggling, let me know, just so I can stick it to you by showing you how many sources there are. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, so that should take care of that. Hope you're getting your SurveyMonkey thing set up. I'm going to do a survey video. Let's see. I'll let you know. This is, what is this? This is module 3, video 2. What is this? Oh, sorry. Why don't I label these things? Module 2, video 2, module 3, video 1, module 3, video 2. Okay. So module 3, video 2. I haven't decided whether I'm doing an extra video for the survey or just add it in one of your normal videos. I'll let you know. Depends how much work we have to cover, but be on lookout for that. It's going to be important that you do that, because remember what we got here. You are going to be collecting original data, because as we started with these big topics, I want you to start targeting a little better. I want you to start thinking about, emphasizing, writing about is fine too, about people's opinions, perspectives, and experiences. Okay, what are people thinking about this? Now, everybody doesn't have psychology. If you have psychology in there, great. It's going to be part of that. Communication is going to be a part of that. Okay. But at the end of the day, as we move closer here, we're going to get our original data, because we have limitations that we all know of. So original data that talks about what are some of the opinions, perspectives, and experiences regarding blank revealed in a survey of random adults is what we're going to work with, and that's what you're going to analyze. And so you're going to kind of shift a little bit through there. It's not perfect, but it's not that imperfect either. So for Easter egg number 3, I want you to remember it. So Easter egg number 3 is opinions, perspectives, and experiences. And I want that comma after opinions, okay? Opinions, perspectives, and experiences, because I want you to remember that's what we're going to be going for here, okay? That's Easter egg number 3. I think that's it. Today is Tuesday. I have a 3 o'clock meeting. You guys have a great day. 15 and a half minutes. Forks up. Peace.